So good afternoon. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to say a special thank you to Supervisor Wasserman and Supervisor Taylor for joining us today. So good afternoon. For those who may not know, I'm County Executive David Crowley, and I'm thrilled to be here with county leaders who have all worked hard to do their part in making sure that we prepare our community for the upcoming summer. So from administering life-saving vaccines to meeting people's holistic health needs of residents who have been adversely impacted by the pandemic, county departments have all worked to get to this point where we can safely enjoy the summer season and the outdoor activities that come along with it. And residents also did their part over the past year as well by following the guidance from health experts and doing all they can to keep themselves, their loved ones, and their neighbors safe. And so today I want to encourage residents to continue to think about safety of your neighbors and loved ones this summer beach season. Patrols and beach ambassadors will help monitor the lakefront, but we need residents to do their part as well to keep beaches family friendly and safe. Everyone should be able to access the beach and the lakefront and be able to enjoy this whole summer, making sure that when they come down here, not only is it enjoyable, but it's also affordable, because we want people to enjoy the summer experience right here at Bradford Beach and throughout Milwaukee County. But when we think about violence, reckless driving, and other behaviors that make the beach and the lakefront unsafe, it makes it hard to enjoy this outstanding amenity that we have with us. But it also runs counter to all of the work that we have done over the past year to keep so many of our residents safe and healthy. And so this summer, we should continue to take steps forward, not backwards. And we need the contributions of every county resident right here in Milwaukee to make sure that this happens. And so let's make sure that we continue to work together so we can have a safe and fun summer beach season. But it's important that everybody understands that we all have a hand in making sure that we keep this community safe, we keep it clean, so everybody around us can enjoy this summer. So with that, I'd like to call up our Parks Director, Guy Smith, to say a few words and lead on with the program.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you, County Executive, for those words. My name is Guy Smith, and I'm the Executive Director for Milwaukee County Parks. I want to start out with saying, enjoy your parks. Please get out there. We have 157 of them. But we also need to make sure that we respect our neighbors and we remain safe. As temperatures and humidity begin to rise, we know Bradford Beach will be popular again this year. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of folks here today. So we've come together to reinforce the fact that every visitor to Bradford Beach and all of our public spaces deserve to be safe from harm and violence. So it's essential work as a community to ensure the beach is safe and clean and a welcoming space for all people. That means following beach guidelines, which are posted at our entrances of our beaches and our parks, respecting the hardworking staff and other beachgoers that help volunteer and clean to prepare the beach for visitors. We want to respect other beachgoers and all the diverse ways that we enjoy our public spaces and beaches. Safety at the beach also means using caution when you're in the water. This year, we will not have lifeguards at our beaches. So it's imperative that before going in the water, it's important to watch for beach safety warnings, which use a simple traffic light system. So for example, red flags mean stop. It's not safe to go in the water. Yellow means caution, swim at your own risk, and green means go. Daily beach reports with updated safety warnings are also available at countyparks.com. Again, that's countyparks.com. Even with green flags, it's always important to use caution within the water because there are always safety risks that are possible. Excuse me. I also want to point out that the McKinley Beach will be closed again this summer. We have thankfully received funding from the county board and county executive in $80,000 to study the beach with an engineer for coastal management, and we're excited to be able to see what we can do to alter that beach to make it safe again. We also want to thank all of the partners that we have from Milwaukee County and others, Office of African American Affairs, Department of Health and Human Services, the Sheriff's Department, and so many others that make Milwaukee County such a great place. But with that, I'd like to turn things over to Supervisor Wasserman, who's Parks Committee Chair. Supervisor Wasserman.
Thank you. Well, first of all, welcome to my district, and also, what do you think of this for a backdrop? This is Milwaukee's Finest. We're looking forward to a safe summer. And safety really involves water safety when you're down here at the beach. And one of the most important things is knowing your abilities to swim. If you do not feel comfortable in the water and you don't need to swim, don't go in. Be safe. Enjoy the beach. You can splash some water on yourself, but we don't want another drowning. And it's very common. People feel good about their abilities, but you don't have those abilities. So be safe, be smart, be respectful of your neighbors, have a healthy summer. This is what we all live for. And if you're a Milwaukee resident, we know we look forward to our summers. But let's do it safely, and let's be respectful of our friends, our neighbors, and let's enjoy our amenities of Milwaukee together. So thank you very much. Have a great summer.
Thank you so much, Supervisor Wasserman, for your comments. Next up, again, want to highlight a great partnership that we have with the Sheriff's Department. We have Lieutenant Mitch Gottschalk here. So, Lieutenant, thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant with the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office. I'm responsible for the park safety coordination with our agency. We stand united with the partners in advancing a very straightforward goal. It's experience a safe summer in our community, including here at the lakefront. Excuse me. As our partners have shared, Milwaukee County is working night and day to advance public safety strategies at work. We encourage members of the public to engage hands-on the opportunities the county executive and his team share. By working together as a community united, our commitment to public safety. What's that? Yeah, that's fine. We can all achieve our results. So that, I really don't have anything else. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Lieutenant. Next up, we have Supervisor Taylor, and we're very excited. Supervisor Taylor has several very positive events that she has planned coming up very shortly. So, Supervisor, come on. Thank you.
So, welcome. My name is Supervisor Taylor. I cover the 2nd District in Milwaukee County. That is the Midtown, the Old Capitol Court area, and I go out to County Line Road, which is Brown Deer. We know a lot of people have been in the house. We also know the parks and beaches are places where you can go and have fun. You can get some fresh air. So starting May 28th, I'm kicking off kickball in what was formerly known as Wall Park, but is now Harriet Tubman. So I will be rotating in between Harriet Tubman, McGovern, and Brown Deer, just giving very special things, but family-oriented things that you can do in the park. You can be safe, we can have fun, but we can get some fresh air. There are things like kickball, family games. There are things like movies, educational experiences, as well as learning the history of Milwaukee is something that we're going to rotate with the Wisconsin Black History Society and the Milwaukee Art Museum. So families, friends, residents of Milwaukee, we know you want to get to the parks. I'm also making sure that we have great things for you to do. I want you to be safe. I want you to enjoy, but let's kick this off as a great summer. We in the middle of a pandemic, but we also know that people want to get outside. We've been in caps in the house for too long. So let's make sure that we work together as the community that we are. Hopefully I'll see you all at the kickoff and some of the other things. If you look at my website, Sequana Taylor, Milwaukee County, you can see the time and date. So come out. May 28th is our first kick out in the park, and it'll be at Harriet Tubman, that was formerly known as Wall Park. Thanks once again for the county parks, the county executive, and one of my colleagues to make sure that we kick this off right. And thank you, Milwaukee County.
Thank you, Supervisor. So with this, again, I want to thank all of our partners from the Sheriff's Department to our elected officials that are here, as well as Office of African American Affairs, Department of Health and Human Services. We also partner with the City of Milwaukee, with the Office of Violence Prevention, and so many others. So again, thank you for coming this morning, early afternoon, maybe I should say. Do you have any questions for us?
I just want to know, with vaccinations ramping up and restrictions going to be loosening, after June 1st, are you expecting a busier beach season, this summer compared to last summer?
I would say that we expect a busy season not only at beaches but within all of our parks. I would say last year we had major surges, especially in March and April, where we had trail counters on the Oakleaf Trail where it was like 160% more people than we had had previously. But I do think that we're definitely going to have much more usage, not only on beaches but within our parks.
Can you just repeat again what led to no lifeguards being at beaches this year?
Well, what I'd like to point out is last year we didn't have any lifeguards or any pools open at all. What I'm glad to say is we'll at least have 4 pools open this year. We're still doing recruitment training of our lifeguards. The reason we don't have lifeguards at our beaches this year is because we don't have any returning guards that have open water experience. Lake Michigan takes very specific skill sets that's very different from pools.
Can you talk about McKinley Beach? The decision to close it and study it is because of the dangerous nature of the code there?
So the question was, what was kind of the reasoning behind studying McKinley Beach? Well, unfortunately, we had some drownings last year, which was very tragic. There have been in previous years. In the 1980s, that beach was redesigned and utilized some rocks from the Deep Tunnel Project, and just in general, the beach was redesigned. So with high water levels, potential rip currents, etc., working in concert with the county executive and the county board, we wanted to ensure that we had a very thorough study with coastal engineers. It'd be similar to the coastal study that happened here at North Point parking lot, because this will be reconfigured and redone. But in addition to that, wanting to make sure that we know what the issues are at McKinley physically and what we can do to alter it and make it safer.
Do you have a timeline?
I do not have the timeline with me right off the top of my head. I can follow up with you on that.
And one other question about working with the sheriff's office. Traffic along here can often be a challenge, particularly on warm summer weekend nights. Is anything being done to address some of the traffic backups and problems that you've incurred there?
Sure, and I can start with that, and if anyone from the sheriff's office wants to speak to that, they can as well. But we work very closely with our park rangers, which we have our park ranger team here. They communicate very regularly with the sheriff's office. Sheriff's office has been very proactive in working on Lincoln Memorial Drive, for example. I was here yesterday. We had patrols here for several hours. We also work closely with MPD as well. I don't know, Sheriff's Office, if you want to comment perhaps on patrols.
Absolutely. So this summer you're going to see an increase in our patrols out here. It will be more visible with mark squads. You'll also see our deputies walking back and forth and hoping to minimize some of the traffic to keep everything smooth.
If there aren't any, oh, yes. Yes, so we had a contractor yesterday doing some work on the underside of the concrete over the beach house. So on that first level, we had a contractor working on that.
Is there work on the upper levels, or there's been some damage there as well?
That I don't know at this time. I can follow up with you on that. Good? All right, thanks everyone for your time.